Mic check, mic check. Let's see here. All right, looks good. Howdy, y'all. How's it going? Been a couple days since I've streamed Final Fantasy, aside from the live letter. But I hope you guys are having a good time tonight. And yeah, I don't really have any plans or anything like that as far as what we'll do today. But I kind of figured, you know what, why not just go ahead and you know, level my warrior a little bit, do some cat books maybe, maybe kill two birds with one stone doing it. Yeah, I just figured, you know, I would hop in and I just kind of hang out for a little bit. Probably won't be a super long stream, maybe an hour or two. And yeah, just kind of a way to catch up, kind of go over everything that's been happening the past couple days, and yeah, just kind of have some chill vibes. So I went ahead and got my cat book. I don't know about the spread this week. Figured I could go ahead and get that knocked out with my warrior, and then maybe do some of these others. It's been a little while trying to get back into the swing of things after playing Lost Ark for so long. All of my muscle memory kind of needs reset. But yeah, I figured might as well just go ahead, hop in, do a leveling roulette. But yeah, like I said, I hope everyone enjoyed the live letter, and you know, I've got the VOD up of my watch along over on the channel. But yeah, I thought it was really good. A few things that kind of surprised me that I wasn't expecting, and a few things that, you know, I think kind of everyone kind of knew about. You know, it's less content on that one, less patch stuff, and more just kind of an overall scope. Overall, I really like some of the stuff that they're doing. I kind of talked about it briefly. It was a little hard to go into an in-depth discussion while they're doing their translating and everything live, but you know, after having a couple days to think on it, you know, I really like what they're doing. You know, the first segment kind of talked about how they want to make it both solo and multiplayer friendly, and I think what they're going to be doing with easing some of the easing some of the early dungeons, like Thousand Malls and whatnot. Very, very good idea. But overall, just the idea that you can go through and play this like a traditional Final Fantasy game, and play it solo, I think is probably much needed. I think that's going to kind of give people a lot of options in terms of how they want to approach the game. You know, I've mentioned it before, but the game has always been, you know, both a Final Fantasy and an MMO. And I know when people start, you know, entering these discussions about you know, cutscene skippers and, you know, how you should approach the game and comparing it to World of Warcraft, I feel like there's a lot of confusion in terms of, you know, what this game is all about. You know, there's certainly MMO elements of it, like the raiding scene and all of that. And then there's obviously the story, which is another major aspect of it. And there's always seems to be this kind of split that you can enjoy one without the other. And to a certain extent, that's true. You know, if you want to, you know, skip cutscenes and go straight to the raiding, you can. But I think it's important to remember that ultimately this is a numbered Final Fantasy game. And even if you don't like the story or something like that, the fact that it does have one and it's a major focus of it, and just the overall history of the franchise in general, it plays such a major part in how they develop this game, that I think trying to separate the elements is really kind of doing a disservice and kind of misses the point on it. It's not just a Final Fantasy game, and it's not just an MMO. It's always going to be both. There's really no way you can split them up. And everything from, you know, not just the story, but, you know, how they design their raids is very much in line with the franchise as a whole. Everything from, you know, bosses cast certain moves after, you know, a certain amount of turns, and you know, things like that. I think it's definitely a key part of the game's DNA. So I think that trying to make it a soloable game is going to give people kind of that appreciation and kind of that that mindset going into it, that it really is both. Now, I know there's a lot of players out there that have probably never played a Final Fantasy game, and that's perfectly fine. You know, the franchise is over 30 years old at this point, and there's a lot of younger gamers that that definitely haven't played a lot of them. But I think, you know, by doing this, they might have an opportunity to kind of, you know, bring back the franchise to its roots and really kind of focus in on the franchise and its history and how it's helped the game, you know, 14 in particular, evolve. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm excited to be able to level, you know, using trust in the old dungeons. You know, they've got the command or squadron missions. I can't remember which of the two it is. But they've always talked about how your squadron's kind of dumb. You know, the trust system stuff is a little bit different in terms of the technology that they're using and how they set up those fights. So I think it'll be a good thing overall to switch over to that system. I don't know what that's going to mean for your Grand Company missions, but yeah, I'm excited to see it happen. But, you know, I mentioned it very briefly during the live letter, but, you know, almost all of those trust dungeons are, like, custom made because they want to incorporate, you know, certain NPC actions and stuff with it. Like, the example that always comes up was the Heidelin fight, and Y'shtola being able to see all of her moves. So, essentially, Y'shtola is, like, the one to follow if you're uncertain of mechanics. And yeah, they have to really do that with each of the dungeons, each of the fights that they want to do. It's a big undertaking, so you know it'll take a little bit of time for them to really catch up to where they are now. But yeah, give it time, and I think it'll be a good thing. And especially for people just trying to get through ARR, you know, there's always, you know, oh, ARR is the worst, which I think is a little overblown. I think given new players' experiences nowadays, I think they've heard, oh, it's the worst so many times that, like, they get into it and it's like, oh, well, it's actually not that bad. But, I mean, there are parts of it that are definitely a slog, and the gameplay loop can get kind of repetitive at times. So yeah, I think it'll definitely bring in a little bit more of an audience and just kind of streamline things a little bit. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm just so happy that they're getting rid of the slow in Thousand Moss. That's like the best news that I have heard in quite a while in this game. I'm sad about Cape Westwind going away, but at least he'll still be around as a solo instance, right? All right, come on, Flambeau. God, I hate this dungeon. So remember, who was it? Asmongold was like, "Oh, this dungeon's pretty cool." Like, no, man. I don't know what you're on, but okay, there we go. Like, I'd be fine if they just like completely removed this dungeon completely, just like as a concept. I mean, I guess it's good for tanks, but I mean, you got 3 other players with you. We do have a new pugilist, at least. They aren't a sprout, so I guess they're just leveling it as an ult. Yeah, I'm excited for the next 10 years. Graphic updates will be pretty nice. I am kind of worried that, like, by the time they actually get the graphical updates out, you know, it's supposed to last for another 10 years, so I feel like they do need to, like, make the benchmark a little bit higher than what they should expect, because, again, you know, all of that's going to depreciate pretty quickly over the next 10 years, right? You know, it sounds like they're trying to still keep it compatible with the PS4, which I don't know how I feel about that. But overall, I mean, I definitely like the redesigns and stuff. It looks really, really good. I can't wait to see some of the other races pop up. You know, the Viera and Ora are definitely going to be pretty cool to see. Get some new textures maybe for our horns. Some, a little bit more with our scales. Okay. Yeah, we'll go down and do this side first. Try to remember how all of the tanks that I've run this with did it. I'm really bad at these earlier dungeons as far as like figuring out my my pull amounts. You know, new dungeons, it's easy. They design it so that it's 2 pulls each, right? But yeah, a little bit trickier with these older dungeons where nothing's quite as set in stone. But I do really like the really like Warrior quite a bit. Yeah. Wait a second, let me turn off something downloading in the background here. There we go. That should set it up right. Yeah, sorry, I was getting a lot of dropped frames. I saw something was uploading in the background for some reason. I should be okay now. Got everything good. Alright, best dungeon in the game. Best fight. Let's go. Oh boy. So exciting. Such content. Immersive gameplay, there we go. At least these early dungeons I don't have to worry about my mitigation as much. I don't think I pressed shield or rampart once. Yeah, you guys can press it, it's fine. There you go. It just takes so long for them to blow up. Here we go. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying. Yeah, wow, I sure love Copperhill. Absolutely. Yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying my streams lately. I know I've been doing, you know, a couple things a little bit different. I'm still enjoying Lost Ark quite a bit. I just got to the 460 continent, or I'm about ready to go. I'm excited to see some new stuff in there. Oh my god. Someone else click it. There we go. But yeah, you know, I'm just trying to think of some other games that might be interesting to play on stream. It won't always be Final Fantasy. I do like branching out quite a bit. Really, the only limits as far as what I would play is really just money, more than anything. Like, yeah, I'd probably give Elden Ring a shot if people were really interested in it, but I don't have $60 to throw at a game that I'm just kind of iffy about. But yeah, I mean, if people like it and want to see me, you know, stream something in particular, I've got a whole backlog of stuff that I still need to play. There you go. Let's pull it all. There you go. I'd like to play some point and clicks, maybe. I still have Dreamfall and whatnot that I've been kind of thinking about streaming. It's an oldie one, but a goodie. Or maybe Gray Matter. I like Gray Matter quite a bit too. Okay. I could use a heal, buddy. Okay. I don't know where Melissa went. DC maybe? I don't know what happened. Okay. First time that's happened in a while. Maybe they got lost? Yeah, they DC'd. That's okay. It happens. I'll go back over here. We can handle small pools on our own. But yeah, if you guys have suggestions for other games you want to see me play, just let me know. I'm really, yeah, I'll really give anything a shot. I'm not a big fan of like horror games. I'm a big scaredy cat, but who knows? Maybe I'll pop on Apex or something like that here in the future. It's been a while since I played it. I'm not super great at FPS games, but you know, I like playing them. Do we want to give her a second to see if she comes back? But yeah, Apex is always a good one. Trying to think of some other stuff in my backlog. I'd really like to play Cyberpunk with some of the new patches and stuff. Yeah, they're asking me if I can do it because I'm a warrior, but I don't have any of my big heals at this level sync. But we can handle small packs. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, did she come back? I think so. Maybe. See her there. It's okay. It happens. Let's see. But yeah, I really like to play Cyberpunk with the new patch and everything since I didn't finish my complete playthrough when it first came out. Problem with that one is it is a little mature for YouTube, so I have to be kind of careful about what's in the game. I can always do it on streamer mode, but it's not. I don't think it's quite as good. There we go. Yeah, she'll be ported in. It's fine. Let's see. Yeah. It's fine. I think we'll be okay. Don't know. Yeah, I can't stun at this boss, unfortunately. So I do have arm's length now. Can I at least pop on the slow? I don't know when I got that or why it's there on my hotbar, but yeah, I'll definitely use that. Yeah, I'll move it up here. I think that's where I keep it on all my other tanks. Here we go. Hey, we did it. Cool. That's one down at least. Kind of sucks I didn't get any second chance points for it, but that's okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and hop on in here and do some of these unsynced. Let's see, unrestricted party. Let's see, so I got Shiva, Moggle. Hate Bismarck. Hate doing Bismarck. It is easy, it takes forever. I don't know if I can do the Warring Triad solo yet. I guess I can always hop in and give it a shot. Apparently it's a lot easier now than it used to be. But yeah, You know, big reason I haven't really been streaming Final Fantasy as much lately is just, I ended up leaving my statics, so I don't have anyone that I'm raiding with or anything like that right now, and, you know, unfortunately, if I'm not raiding, there's not really a whole lot for me to actually stream. And I mean, it's not Final Fantasy's fault, it's just, it's kind of the nature of MMOs, I guess. It's kind of like that in most of them. You know, Warcraft was kind of the same way, too. There you go. You know, if you weren't going out, like, collecting mounts and stuff, there really wasn't a whole lot to showcase, right? There's still one up? Oh, okay, there we go. Nice, got it. So yeah, that's why. I like the static. I mean, they were nice guys, but they just, yeah, it says a lot that we were clearing more with party finder groups just on our own time as individuals than we were clearing as a group. So, so yeah, I ended up leaving them and, ended up stopping at P3S. I've got most of the mechanics kind of figured out. So if I wanted to hop back into raiding, I guess I could. It really wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, so ever since that happened, I've just been kind of chilling and taking some time to play some other games and just relax a little bit. There's still a lot more that I want to do in Final Fantasy, though, so I'll try and pop in here just, you know, every now and then with some of these leveling streams and whatnot, just to kind of say hi, remind people that, you know, this is still my primary game and whatnot. There you go. Let's see, I don't think I can hit them all. Close. Not quite, but close. Yeah. Oh, hey, at least I got my 3 crystals up. Yeah, I mean, this will always be my main game, but without raiding and everything, it's been kind of quiet lately, which is fine. You know, it's nice to get out and explore some other things, see what's out there. I just really wish I had a PS5 so that I could play Horizon. Here we go. Another one down. I really need to go through at some point and just like clear out all of my bags. God, it's getting a little slim in there. Yeah, I mean, there's really not too many weapons that I need. I mean, I guess I could save one for the warrior. Let's see. So what else we got? Well, I guess I'll try ST-16. It's been a while since I've tried to solo it. Last time she just had too much health, but I've heard it's quite a bit easier now, especially in my gear, so why not?
The unenlightened come.
Definitely be a little bit more of a test, that's for sure.
Well, one does not suffice.
Easier, looks like it's been a little easier than it used to be. She's definitely going down quite a bit faster. Problem is, I can't remember any of her mechanics. I've only done this unsynced maybe a couple of times in all of the years that it's been out. Let's see here. As long as I can avoid like any instant death mechanics, I don't think it'll be too bad. Go. Easy game, easy life. There we go. All right, which is which?
I would know the weight of your soul.
Oh, there we go. Like I said, it's been a while. So, okay, left and right. Got it.
The unenlightened come.
Oh, what happened there?
Where one doth not suffice. Hear the echoes of truth.
Okay, this is thunder. It's gonna be those two.
Hear the echoes of truth.
Got it.
Spread the glory of my word.
Which one was it? I think it's actually the second one first, isn't it?
Come forth.
Nice.
Seals of revelation. I would know the weight of your souls.
See if this switches it back. Hey, it does work. Perfect. Like relearning this all over again.
Can you bring equilibrium where one doth not
Can't wait until we can solo the Stormblood raids. I've heard you might be able to do it as a tank on a couple of them. Go.
hear the echoes of truth?
Yeah, I would love to do the Four Lords. Alright, what's going on here? Okay, and let's end it.
Spread the glory of my word.
God, that's a change. I think Sephiroth is really the hardest one, because you have to have two people for it unless you just got crazy DPS. Which, to be completely honest, I'm not sure even exists yet. What's that look like? It's alright. I think I've already got that one, though. Goddess Totem, I've already got her mount. Alright. Let's see, I don't know how I feel about this lineup. Maybe we can get that, and then top and bottom. Only one way to do it is to keep going. Alright, let's do Limitless Blue. Okay. Yeah, I missed. I still haven't gone back to watch most of the Q&A portion. I know someone was asking him about moon housing and whatnot, and his reaction. And I mean, he's got a point. Come on, Ishgard's not even out yet. Yeah, I want a house on the moon, but it's not that important. Not yet. Excited for Island Sanctuary. Unfortunately, we still got 2 more patches to go. So we got 6.1, and then it'll be out 6.2. But I think that's really the content that most people are probably curious about. More than anything else. You know, we don't really know what it's going to be like. We only know that he said, you know, temper your expectations. It's not going to be like Animal Crossing. You know, he doesn't want people expecting Animal Crossing and then getting like super disappointed when it's not that. It'll probably be like a light version of AC, but not nothing like what you're probably expecting. Ah, this is gonna mess it up. No, got it, perfect. Was worried there for a second. You guys know me in Bismarck, the most annoying boss. for soloing in it anyways. It's alright in groups, but yeah, it just takes way too long. I really don't like timed bosses. There we go. At least these guys go down faster. There we go. Bring up the ads. All right. So earlier today, I did do my recording for Alex McCullough's thing. If you haven't done it yet, I'd highly suggest looking at his Twitter and maybe doing a submission. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun. I can't sing at all, at least in the range that Closing the Distance is. But yeah, it was fun. And, you know, I'm sure altogether it's going to be really impressive. You know, he posted earlier today that he's already had like 300 submissions or something like that. So I think it's going to be really cool. Yeah, I think at this point it's going to be a matter of whether or not he can actually fit all of those videos in. That's pretty nuts. I'm pretty curious who the 11 singers are going to be. I'm sure Jason Charles Miller is going to be one of them. That's pretty much a given at this point. Yeah, all we can do is wait and see. It'll probably take him, I don't know, that many submissions. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes him a month or two to get it all worked out. I don't know how fast he normally mixes his work. But yeah, I think it's a very cool project. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for the community, and happy to do my small part of it. If you do see me, I brought out my my guitar, Mercy, the James Hetfield Snakebite. Didn't play it. He doesn't want sound effects and stuff on stream, right? But you know, had it out. Just a show off. Had my Final Fantasy watch on, my Citizen watch, which is a lot more impressive now that I've actually like researched a little bit more on watches and everything. It's a very nice watch. I should probably show it off at some point. I get solar powered, so there's no battery or anything like that, which is really cool. I didn't know that about Citizen, so yeah, I'll go out and drive around just to charge the watch for a while. It's probably fully charged at this point. I probably don't need to do it anymore. It lasts like 7 months or something like that. But yeah, it's a very nice watch. All right, anything else that I want to do here? I can go hop in some roulettes here. Now that I've got my my Starbird, I'm not super focused on just doing dead ends all the time. I'm gonna take a few seconds to actually get in here, though. About 7 minutes. Yeah, let me see it. Let me adjust my my video settings just a little bit, because it wants to do the whole autofocus thing, which I don't like. Yeah, give me just a moment. I'll show you guys the watch. Yeah. All right. So while we're waiting here, bring up my webcam to make sure that you guys can see it all right. But yeah, this thing is a beautiful watch, and it came with 2 bands. I put the mesh band on it. It just kind of fits with what I do and my style a little bit more. But yeah, I really like watches. It's really the only, like, I guess you would say, fashion accessory that I normally wear. I don't really have a whole lot of options for most guys. Not saying, you know, guys can't wear, sorry, I'm just adjusting exposure here. Not saying guys can't wear like earrings and stuff. It's just not for me. So watches are kind of like you know, the one expensive accessory that we normally have, right? Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I showed off a couple photos of it on Twitter, but it really is just a beautiful, beautiful watch. I don't know if you can see the engravings at all on there, but it's very cool with how it has kind of the mother of pearl on it, and then yeah, it does have the engraving of the 12, and then on the crown there, I know it's kind of hard to see with this shitty webcam, but it does have the Azim symbol there on the crown. But yeah, absolutely beautiful watch. 100% in love with it. The solar cell is just above the date. Right there's a little solar cell just right above that little window. So yeah, there's no battery or anything like that. You just charge it entirely through light, and it doesn't have to be sunlight. It can be any light. So even, you know, underneath the LED light, you know, right here, it's charging a little bit. Obviously it takes a lot longer than just natural sunlight, but yeah, cloudy days, anything like that. Obviously got the Final Fantasy logo there on the back. But yeah, it's absolutely worth it. Citizen, you know, it's for me, it's an expensive watch. Obviously it's not going to be like a Rolex or something like that. But you know, for just your average person, maybe doesn't know a whole lot about watches, you know, for me, the most expensive watch I'd ever owned was a couple Fossils that were like 150 a piece or something like that. And yeah, I really, really like them. So Citizen is a whole other step up. I mean, you can tell just by looking at it that it is a much, much nicer watch than most of your, you know, most of the stuff you would see in a department store. So Citizen I would consider like on the high end of an entry level watch. And this one being a special edition is obviously going to be it's going to be quite a bit of a collector's item. I've already seen that, you know, it's sold out for their second run and going for quite a bit on eBay and whatnot. But if you do get a chance to buy one next time they go up, if they go back up, I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful watch. Biggest differences, you know, between this and like a cheaper watch you might buy at Walmart or Macy's or something like that. You know, I've been watching a lot of watch videos on YouTube, right? I think they're cool. I can't afford a mechanical watch with all the gears and stuff in them, right? But they are very cool. And the biggest thing that kind of makes this stand out and lets you know it's a good watch is that the second hand lines up. You know, my Fossil, whenever, you know, it gets around to like the 30-second mark, it starts going off a little bit. It doesn't perfectly match up with the markers. It's just slightly off. I mean, it's a beautiful watch. I like my Fossil a lot, but it's very clearly not quite the level of like a Citizen or something like that, let alone when you start up getting to like a Seiso or something like that, or a Seiko. Seiko watch, I'm sorry. Let alone like the Grand Seikos and whatnot, or an Omega. And probably saw Omega advertised quite a bit during the Olympics. But yeah, so I have very tiny girly wrists. So I bought the light version. I was worried looking at the specs, the initial specs of it, that it would be too big. But I guess they revamped the website to more accurately reflect it. It's not quite a women's watch. I mean, both of the watches are really supposed to be kind of genderless, really. But yeah, it fits perfectly on my super small wrist. I think it's a 38 millimeter watch. The dark one, that's more of like a diver kind of watch. I think it would have been too big. And honestly, I like the light style quite a bit more. But if you are a fan of, you know, bigger watches or the darker style, you know, it's still a Citizen. I'm sure it works just well. But yeah, I really, really like the Final Fantasy watch quite a bit. The biggest thing with it that's really cool, this is the first watch that I've ever had that uses sapphire for its glass. So sapphire's a very, very hard material, obviously, if you know anything about, you know, geology or something like that. So it's not just glass, it's sapphire glass, so it's very, very scratch resistant. You have to, you know, really bang it up before it's gonna fall by the wayside or anything like that. And $400 with a sapphire crystal like that is pretty cool. You know, it's still not a mechanical. It's still, even though it's solar, it's still, you know, I can't remember the name that they call it. But it's still not an automatic, but a crystal movement, right?
There was a beautiful blue star
Here we go.
that fell to pestilence.
Who knows? Maybe someone else here will get lucky, and maybe the bird will drop for him, right?
The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
Yeah, that's my watch review for the day. Like I said, I showed off some pictures of it on Twitter, but I don't think I've ever actually shown it off on stream or anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely by far like the biggest piece of branded merch that I've ever really had, unless you count the James Hetfield guitar. But I don't know if I really count guitars like that. That's kind of one of their whole big things, right? Yeah, very, very much worth the purchase. I'm just glad that I got it when I still had money. I wish I could have afforded the. Wish I could have gotten the Final Fantasy guitar, but yeah, work decisions. It was better for my health, I guess. Mental health before the guitar. I've already got a couple good ones. I'll survive. Yeah. Trying to do a little DPS while avoiding the avoiding all of the goo. We got one Sprout here. We'll see if nope. He's just standing in it. There we go. Good job, Slonky. Slonky D. It seems like it's been a pretty big problem lately, and I don't know why. Had a lot of tanks that have stood in that puddle. Like, just bring him to the middle. Okay. Yeah. Quartz movement. That's what I was thinking of. Naturally comes to me like 5 minutes later. Yeah, it's a quartz movement. Sort of. It's a solar-powered quartz movement. So, definitely a little more accurate, but not quite as cool as far as like artisanship goes, compared to like a true mechanical watch. Yeah. Standing up there thinking it was going to be the one with the center AoE for a second. Go. I'm sure someone here is going to end up dying with the stacks. Seems like it happens more often than not if they don't know what they're doing. I was too busy talking. I didn't take a look to see if we had the new person bonus. Go. Nice, nice. Hey, so we don't have any newbies. That's good. Go. I think it's right here. Like right inside his hitbox. Yeah, we'll be going over there to the left. Just slightly. Unfortunately, no newbie bonus means I don't get another second chance point. It's kind of sad. I really need some, as you probably saw, I'm getting a little low on them. Last time I did catbooks, really the last like 3 or 4 times I've done catbooks, I've just had awful rolls. Like all of my re-rolls still gave me no lines. The books themselves gave me no lines. It's been a rough bout with Chloe for the past good while. Maybe she'll have mercy on me this week.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying
Okay.
the lives it had saved.
Playing this and then going right back to Lost Ark is pretty wild. Here we go. I think they both did the whole Terminator 2 thing pretty well. I feel like that's really what it's got to be a reference to in both cases. They're not the first to do cyberpunk war, I guess, but I feel like T2 is really what took it to the next level. Really kind of gave it this whole aesthetic. Here we go. Oh, and guess I'll have to save it for the next pack.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost.
Okay. Yeah, tonight I should be able to work on a couple of my new thumbnails and intro and whatnot a little bit. That's really what I've been doing off stream more than anything, is just you know, working on a few things like that, and you know, catching up on some shows and stuff. I still need to watch the new season of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's like one of my favorite shows, so yeah, definitely looking forward to it. But they're doing the whole release a couple episodes every 2 weeks or something like that. And that's definitely a show that I like to binge watch. So I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and wait each week and watch it as it comes out, or just binge watch the whole thing. I'm like out of anime to watch. I do watch Sono Bisque Doll. I guess that's really the one series that I'm watching right now. Watched the first episode of Shenmue, and that was a lot of fun. It's a series, like the art style's not completely my thing, but I do love Shenmue. Like, that was really the first game that I got deep into when the Dreamcast came out. God, I spent hours and hours in that game collecting like everything possible. So it's nice that they're still continuing the story and giving it at least some kind of conclusion. But yeah, I haven't been a huge fan of like the Adult Swim, Crunchyroll collabs. The art style just doesn't seem quite there. I did like Fina Pirate Princess. I do need to finish that. Some of the animation in that was absolutely beautiful. But some of the others that they've had, just not really my thing. Yeah, I should probably go through and try and find some new series to watch. It's a lonely road out there with Demon Slayer done for another season. God, this season was so good. I'm just really impressed with myself that I managed to go the whole time without spoiling it for me. Sometimes if I really like a show, I might actually read the manga. I don't really read a whole lot. Chihaya Faru and Sono Bisque Doll are really the main two that I've really tried to read up on and just get ahead of the anime because I like them that much. But Demon Slayer, the animation and everything is just so good and so, I would say, cinematic compared to a lot of other action animes, that I purposely tried to avoid reading the manga and just enjoy the show. Yeah, time to wait, you know what, another 3 years for the next season. It's only got, what, 3 arcs left or something like that is what I was reading. So, I mean, it's really, not too many more seasons to go. You know, I had no idea that the manga was already done. And yeah, kind of impressive. I'm just so used to anime waiting for like 5 years because the comic is still going. That having a show as big as Demon Slayer and actually having it like with a timeline is pretty nice. Go. I don't know. I've heard the ending was kind of disappointing. I don't know how true that is, and how much of it is just like the show and the series is so big that it feels like it'd be kind of hard to satisfy like everyone with it. But it seems like it was more like a compression thing than anything. Like they set up so much and then realized that they needed to get to the end, so it feels just like kind of rushed at certain points, which I can deal with. That's not a big deal. Who knows, maybe the anime can, you know, drag it out a little bit more. Yeah, beyond that, I really don't have any other shows that I'm watching. I need some suggestions if you guys have any. Yeah, waiting for Jujutsu Kaisen to come back, whenever that'll be. Probably another 5 years. Okay. Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. And I can jump right in. Okay. The other thing that I've been doing a lot of, and you know, I talk about it a little bit on stream, but you know, my degree is in writing, right? So I've been trying to do more of that lately. I feel like I haven't done it nearly enough. You know, I've got a Medium that has more of like my nonfiction work and stuff on it, but I'm doing more of my fiction right now. So I'm working on a short story, trying to get that finished and start sending that out for submission after a, you know, round of edits or two. So that's exciting. But I've got a couple ideas for some long-term, like more like essay projects that I might do here on stream. Yeah, some of them are Final Fantasy focused, some not. I always like video essays. I've been watching a lot of those lately. But they'd be definitely like gamer focused. It's just, man, only so many hours in the day, and you know, sometimes I just want to sit back and just chill. Here we go. Not worry about the stream or anything like that, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging either, so I'll be streaming quite a bit more over the next week or so. Yeah, I'll probably end the stream after this dungeon, but I'll be back tomorrow more than likely. Finish up the cat book. As you know, stay in touch, try and get back into a regular schedule. I think that's what I need more than anything right now is a regular schedule, and not necessarily like way up at this time or anything like that, but just, you know, getting in the habit of working a little bit more. Here we go. Where are we at?
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts.
Okay. One blow, and then we got the prance. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get in my melee combo before. I'm going to try. Yeah, just barely.
Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Well, even though I won't get the newbie bonus, at least it's a smooth group. Makes things go by a little bit faster. A little less painful. I wish I could say the same about some of the groups I've had in Lost Ark lately. I'm definitely starting to feel the whole, some of these pugs are really bad at the game kind of thing. Here we go. Which, I mean, there's a lot of players, so, I mean, it's gonna happen. You're gonna run into that. And who knows? I mean, some of it could be me. Maybe I'm the bad player. It wouldn't surprise me with some of the stuff going on in that game. But yeah, doing Guardian raids and that kind of thing, it's been an experience the past couple runs. It's very swingy. I feel like I don't have any groups that are just like kind of okay. It's like either they're really good and know what's going on and we kill everything in like 5 minutes or less, or we die after 15 minutes and the boss was still only at 40%. There's like no in between. Okay. Okay, I got plenty of time. There we go. Or not. I completely lost track of which one was which. That's what I get for trying to stream and do mechanics. It's definitely something you gotta get used to. Especially because, like, talking here on stream is like the most that I've talked in probably like 7 months now, ever since I left retail. Like, I don't really talk at all. I don't have anyone to talk to. So it's like, you know, just sitting at home just playing games, or maybe going out and getting coffee and spending some time at a bookstore or something, but you don't really talk with anyone there. So yeah, you guys are the ones warming up my voice for the most part. So thank you. Here we go. I don't remember if I have that one or not. All right. Cool. 2 commendations. All right. I wasn't running meters. I don't know how I was doing. I guess pretty well. Oh. What do we got? Oh, I'm gonna need a reroll. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce for now. Like I said, just kind of a quick stream. Saying hi to everyone. Let you guys know that, yes, I'm still playing Final Fantasy. Still having a good time. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do Lost Ark, Final Fantasy, or another game. It'll probably be whenever I wake up, probably sometime early afternoon, something like that, maybe around 1 o'clock 1 o'clock Eastern. Just kind of look out for it. I'll put it up an hour or two ahead of time. Just kind of give you guys a heads up. So, you know, follow me on Twitter, and that way you can see all the updates and everything. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good evening. Hope you had a good 4-day weekend, and yeah, take care, and I will see you guys next time.